there, awesome friends. It's a little bit of a grey day today, so my lighting's not good. But if I have to wait for a nice shiny, sunshiny day, I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait for that. So I hope you can see everything nicely with the light. And today we are going to be using stencils. So I have a variety of stencils that I have been collecting over the years. I've got this thin one that somebody gave me. My friend Wendy from Stencil can cut lovely stencils that are kind of self-adhesive. So you can actually use these under your tape as a once-off or multiple times as a stencil. Cappuccino art. I found this little goodie of cappuccino art that my husband was given for Christmas, and you know what, those are cute little stencils. So whatever stencils you have, and then don't have a stencil but you want to participate, this is a little die cut of a leaf that I glued onto a piece of light cardstock, and you can also use that as a stencil. So we are going to play with stencils today. Now, a lot of you girls have said to me, you made so many flops they ended up in the bin. Well, girls, you know what? I make many flops and I never throw them in the bin unless they're really wrecked. So you'll recognize this tag as being the first tag I taught you in the very first tutorial, how to use crumple tape with alcohol ink. So I'm using the one that we did with the alcohol ink, not the acrylic, but if you've done the acrylic, it's fine. And you can see the joins on here. These were the very first two tags that I did. There's another one. Now, this one I've got a little bit of ink on it, but for the girls that did the last tutorial, which was about creating backgrounds with things you find, guess what? These were my flop backgrounds. I actually just did the imprint from my wooden desk and a very scratched sort of background. And this was another flop background with little dots and that didn't work so well. But you know what? I kept it because today we are going to use them. So with regard to the little dot of alcohol ink, the best way to take it off is with a little bit of hand sanitizer. So I'm just gonna, I don't seem to have all my tools here today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been tidying up so well that I can't find things. But yeah, a little bit of hand sanitizer. Remember, it's alcohol based, so it will remove the alcohol. Okay, now we can start. We've got 5 tags here. I'm not going to do all 5, but we're going to give it a try. So we're going to use this lovely thin, very flimsy stencil, and it's got hearts on it. So let's try that and see what we can make. So using your stencil, you might want to tape it down if you are shaky or you're scared it will move. Just tape down your stencil with a little bit of masking tape, but I'm going to freehand it. Oh, and there goes my dog. I'm just going to freehand draw the little hearts on here, and let's see what we can create today. So this is a fun technique that you can use when you sort of lost your mojo and you don't want to think too much about what can I do with my tag. And obviously it's a really great way to use up some of those background tags you made that you weren't very happy with or that were too plain. You can now do something with them. So nothing goes to waste. I'm not going to do all these hearts. I'm just sort of doing a strip of hearts going down diagonally on this tag. I hope you can see that. And there, and there, and there. And I really love working off the edge of my tag. You can see that I've done that quite a lot because it sort of finishes off your tag really well. Okay, so you can see I've done a little drawing there. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit more work on this, you could obviously do my favorite thing. And I'm so chuffed, I got a new ruler, a metal ruler. So let's use my new metal ruler and we will just draw a border. Now I'm drawing the border to the pattern, not through the pattern. And here here. So remember, not through your pattern, just to your pattern. And there we go. And there we go. Sorry. So doesn't that look cute? We can ink it. Sorry, I'm stretching again. My just little inking mat here. Of course, I can't find my Sharpie now. I don't know if any of you have experienced this. I've spent the last week tidying up my workspace. Now I can't find anything. It's like crazy. Tidied it so well, probably find it in 6 months' time. But I just found that I'm very bad. I never put things away. I like leave them on the table, and then when I want something, I can't find it. So I spent like the last couple of days trying to tidy everything up, much to my own detriment. Okay, so here we have done that one. We're going to use the cappuccino stencil. So hello, cappuccino stencil. Let's see what we can do with you. So once again, this stencil is much firmer. You can see it's not so flimsy, so it's nice to work with. And now with this one, I'm actually going to color in the leaf a bit. Can you see? Just using squiggles and texturing the leaf a little bit. Texture the leaf there. Okay, now we've got the leaf, but I actually will then draw around it to kind of finish it off so that it's not just the inner part of the leaf showing. So I will draw around it. There you go. Can you see the difference there? And then I will doodle a little bit through it. Put some veins over here to add a little bit of interest. So you're really using your stencil as a guide to add interest. What I'm going to do is I will do another leaf over here, and then this one I will leave just as stenciled so you can see the difference. So the bottom one will have no techniquing in it, and I will not draw the outline. Okay, so the difference is not very clear, but we'll ink it and we'll put it aside. There you go. Okay, we're going to put that one aside. And then we'll do one more. So this background was also part of my desk or craft mat. Didn't come out very well. You can see it's very faint, but it's actually perfect. And this time we are going to use my die cut stencil that I made. So yeah, you can make yourself a stencil if you don't have one. And once again, just going through all the little circles or pattern of your die cut. We are going to create our own little stencil here. And again, maybe I should do a tutorial on how to make your own little stencil if you can't access them very easily, or if you're in a hurry and you just want to participate on this. I'm sure everyone by this time should have a die cut or two that they can use as their stencil. Okay, I think I've done that. And once again, just freehand drawing the shape of the leaf. How cool is that? And I'm going to, once again, finish off this tag with an outline. So remember, girls, there's quite a few tutorials that we've done where we've just made background tags. And if your background is very faint or undefined, This is a good way to use them up, your tags, so nothing is wasted. And here we go. So I'm only going to do one leaf on that, and we're going to ink this one too. So a lot of girls are struggling to get this fat black Sharpie, and really if acrylic paint works well for you, carry on using your acrylic paint. The only tip I can give you with acrylic is that you mustn't really let your paint dry, because it's very hard to buff it off or wipe it off. But use what you have, girls. Okay, once again, that is our little goodie there. And now, lastly, we're going to use my friend Wendy from Stencil's lovely stencil. Now, these are quite nice. They're done on a type of vinyl. So it's sticky. You can see it's sticky, which is really great when you are shaky and you don't want to make a mistake. They stick to your project. How cool is that? So thank you, Wendy, for these lovely stencils. And here we go. And also, because it sticks so nicely, you can color in and scribble or do whatever you like to add some interest to your design. Okay. And here we go. There. And here. And here. So, girls, you know I'm an instant gratification person. I like things that are quick, and I think that's why I really like to keep the tutorials to be quick so that I don't lose your attention. I must admit, my attention span wanders when I watch long tutorials. I kind of fast forward just to get to the end and see how they were done. So you can fast forward me too. I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't mind if I did. Okay. And this side. Remember, whenever we're working near the edge, we always work towards the edge of our project so we don't hook up the tape that way. Okay, I think we're done. Let's have a look. Just gently pull it up so you don't tear it. Oh my word. Let's pull it from this way. There you go. Put it back on its backing and save it for another day. And for this one, I'm going to do our stitching, hand stitching all the way around the tag. And for those of you who have watched the previous tutorials, these little extras like the hand stitching or like the border really sort of finish off your project and make it look professional, if we can put it that way. So that was Stencil's lovely stencil, and we'll color this in. Okay. So 4 blah backgrounds have been converted into wow backgrounds. So from blah to ah. Ah, isn't that lovely? Okay, we'll let that one dry. Okay, so now we're going to start with this one, and we're going to buff it. You see my light isn't great today, but we do what we can do. How cool is that? Then we will take the cappuccino stencil. You're going to see a very big difference between just using the stencil and actually defining it a bit more. So there you go. This one here, I literally used the stencil. That one here, I used the stencil and then I defined it a little bit, colored in there and drew some veins on it. So how cool is that? Okay, here's our very flimsy stencil with the hearts. How lovely is that? And then lastly, the stencil from Wendy. And how gorgeous is that background? So please go ahead and try stenciling and give me a follow on YouTube, please, girls. I'm really trying to get to 500 subscribers and I'm nearly there. I'll give a special giveaway to all my subscribers. Will have a chance to win something that I've made as soon as I get to 500. So follow me on Awesome Crafts, and if you're doing the tag challenge, please join the Taper Tag Challenge on Facebook and participate, have fun, and share what you make. Have an awesome day.